Hello everyone, welcome to Bella's Crochet Gifts. I'm Bella. All right, so today I have quite a few finished objects for you, and we will start with my previous half finished, half not. This is the set that I made. It is a scarf and hat, and this was the Yara Beanie by Crochet for You. I will insert pictures to show how it looks on my mannequin, but the set turned out perfect and I can't wait to give it to the recipient. That was my neighbor when she watched my cat for my trip down to the Outer Banks. So it turned out really nice and I'm very excited about that. Okay, next. Oh, this is just a headband that I made out of it matches my stitch music well, it wasn't a cowl, it was more like a shawl, but it was made out of the cumulus yarn. I had a little ball left over, and so I made a headband to match that, and I also made a little hat. And these are just basically the window stitches. So I increased like you would normally with a hat, and instead of doing the increase one, I would add a hole, and then when I needed to increase, I just add two in it. So that turned out pretty nice. And then I just did double crochets down here, and then I did the same thing with the headband and just did the twisted closure. So I was excited about that. All right. And then I have okay, so a little bit of story time. A while ago, I used some of the Joann's Big Twist Tranquil, and I made the Dreamcatcher Cardi by Ned and Mimi, and it didn't turn out so well. So I was like, okay, I feel like this was the yarn's fault, so let's try a different yarn. Okay, I made, oh, am I on it? Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, so I made it again, this time using the Barcelona yarn. Actually, it's the same as the set I showed you for the hat and scarf. So this, I'm showing you the inside, but is the Cardi, and I think either I read the pattern wrong or something did not translate right for me, but I had to pull it all out after I had done it. Like, the way you start doing your decreases for the arms, it tells you to double crochet 3 double crochets together, and I thought it meant on both sides. Maybe it only meant on one side, I'm not sure, but when I got it all ready to go and put it on me, it looked really silly. So I was like, oh, I had the same problem again, so I'm gonna pull it all out, and instead of decreasing 3 double crochets together, I did 2 double crochets together, and it turned out better. And I will insert pictures for the front and the back, but I mean, it's such a nice pattern, and I couldn't figure out why it didn't work for me. But when I pulled it all out and then did the decreases, it worked out so much better. And I will put it on. And they had you make really much longer sleeves, but here we go. And you're supposed to be able to wrap it a little bit around your, like a collar. So, you know, I did it like that, and I'm much happier with it, and I will actually be able to wear it. But yeah, the first time I put it on, when it was in the shorter version, like, it came straight across my back. I was like, it's supposed to kind of cup the booty, but it didn't. So this is much more flattering on the back. But I was just like, what did I do wrong? I did it twice. So there we go. It's really cute. I really like how it turned out, and it's super snuggly. Yay! And I really love this yarn. It's really nice. Anyways, okay. So the next thing, all right. I made this. Okay. This is well, okay. It is from Bag O' Day. It is the Easy Crochet Top, but it is not a top. So I got this yarn, which is gorgeous. This came from Interlacements. It was part of my subscription. Let me show you how gorgeous it is. Isn't it pretty? Let me show you. The stitches pulled out a little bit. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I originally wanted this to be a Ruana, which for those of you who don't know, it's basically like 2 panels and then you stitch up the back. And then I was going to do a little gather under the sleeve, so it was kind of like a big vest. But I didn't have enough yarn. And like, so essentially I was going to, you know, make it, and then I kind of draped it around myself and then been like, this is where I want the neck. And so I started, you know, making the extension for the neck, and then I weighed it. I was like, this half has more than this half has. So I wasn't going to be able to do that. So I pulled out where my neck was going to be, and I just turned it into a long shawl. But this pattern is gorgeous. This yarn is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I'm just going to wear all the things, but oh my goodness. It is so, so pretty. Okay, so basically the shirt was supposed to be a V-shirt, and you just make a panel up and over and up and over, and then you stitch them together and make a little, like, little cap sleeve. But I just love how this yarn turned out. So pretty. I do have a bunch of ball bands because I actually kept them this time. A lot of times I'm like, when I'm done, I'm like, yay, throw it out. But this was the Interlacements Novelty Zigzag, and it was a cotton rayon nylon, and it said it was in the color The Blues. So be able to see that. So that was one of my during my subscription, and I just love how it turned out. I'm so excited. And this feels so nice, and like the drape is gorgeous, but it's also like lightweight, so you can wear it like anytime. All right, so I'm excited about that. Oh, and it goes with my headband. Nice. Okay, let's see what else I got. Let's see. Oh, I made a bag. So when I was just come home from my vacation, I wanted to use some of the yarns I got, and I got this one. This was from the store Yarn Addiction. Let's see, I think I've got its ball band in here. It was a mercerized cotton. Oh, where did it go? Anyways, it was the first yarn I showed from the Yarn Addiction. So I don't know if you'll be able to see the pattern so well. It's kind of a little bit of a busy yarn, but what I did was I took the pattern and did both sides, and then just did a little bit of seaming up the side. There went my notes. But this pattern was actually from I guess it was like a crochet crochet along that they did. It was the Traveling Crochet Afghan, and this is square number 3, and it was by Wilmade. All of these patterns will be in the description box in case you want to go to take a look at them. But so this yarn, I tried 3 different patterns trying to make it into some form of a wearable, but with it being a thicker yarn, because like it's chain spun, so hopefully you can see that. So it's chain spun and it's like a 4, and so every time I tried to make a wearable out of it, it did not work. I tried 3 different shawls. I tried like, you know, just trying different stitches, and finally I saw the bag pattern. Like someone had used this pattern and made 3 granny squares, and then did the part where one's the bottom, so it's folded up, and then the 2 sides make a V bag. And I was like, that could be cute. By the time I used both skeins, this is how much I pretty much had. I have like a little bit left. There was not a lot of yardage on those, and I completely miss like, if it's just a regular ball of yarn, I know how much it's gonna go. But if it's like a specialty thing, apparently I don't estimate that well with those kind of yarns. It's not the first one I ran out of yarn on. Oh well. So I made the bag, and I'm going to line it with, I think, like a navy blue, have some flannel. So I'm going to probably line it with that so that it'll stay stiffer, and I'll be actually able to use it better. All right. Okay, and then I've been joining in with Heather the Crochet Witch and Sandy from Crochet Eh Canada's movie Marquee challenge, and I finished my blanket for this month. So the movie was Full Metal Jacket, which I have never seen. I'm not really into war movies, so I'm like, eh. But I took the picture and I made a blanket. Okay, so this is a rectangular corner to corner granny square blanket, and I used the pattern by Crochet with Clare. I have done one other corner to corner granny square, but that was just strictly a square, and this one was a rectangular, so I needed a little bit more information on how to make the sides. But I kept all my ball bands because I used a lot of different yarns in this. There went my notes again. I am sorry, guys. Oh dear. Okay, so the yarns I used for this. Okay, I was looking in my stash and I'm like, okay, I know I wanted to use a particular Karen cake. It was a big cake. And so I'm like, okay, what kind of goes with this? So the first one was in my mystery box from Mary Maxim. I got some of these. So the first grayish brown in the big rectangular, that was this one. It was the Royal from Zeman, and it was 100% cotton, and it was 241 meters. So I used 2 balls to begin with. So I started with that. Then I knew I wanted to kind of sandwich the Karen Big Twist, or I'm sorry, the Karen Big Cake between that, like on each end. So I didn't do a really good job estimating. So I started it, and then I was like, well, this center's looking a little skinnier, so I'm going to stop there. But this was one I got Wow, I got this from Tuesday Morning back when they had yarn, so like 2 years ago at least, and I paid $3.99, which was an awesome deal. But this was in the color tiramisu, and so that's the two variegated strips that you see in there. And it is also a 4-weight, and let's see. Yeah. So then I used that. And then I was like, well, what else could I use? Because I was like, it's not growing enough. So then I remembered that Heather the Crochet Witch had given me some ice yarn in our Christmas swap that we did for Vlogmas. Yeah. And so she gave me 4 balls of the, I believe it's Savor. Yeah, Savor 100 in the color Tobacco. And so what I did was I did 2 skeins of that. And that's also 100% acrylic and a 4-weight. And then I was like, well, I don't want to have just like 4 skeins right in the middle. So I took a big twist, and that's the dark strip right in the middle. Yeah, this is the Big Twist Value, 100% acrylic. So everything was acrylic, and this was the color, it said it's taupe, but it was really dark for a taupe, in my opinion. But oh well. And then we went back to the tobacco, then we finished up the big cake, and then we went back to the Mary Maxim yarn, but then I ran out of that one. And so I finished a skein of that, and then I went back to the tobacco color because I had a little bit more, because I didn't feel like I had enough to go like a lot of more rows, so I cut it off. And so it kind of went more stripy at the end, but I mean, it's still a really nice big size blanket. I think someone will enjoy it. But that was a learning experience for me. I really needed to plan it out better, because I'd only done one other one in that style, and that one I used just one color. Like, it was all the mandala spirit. In fact, I can put a picture, but that's the only colors I used during the granny square portion, or the granny stitch portion of it. So I will know for next time to be able to plan a little bit better. But with it only being limited quantities, and I knew I couldn't get more of them readily, I just kind of guessed on how it was gonna go. But anyways, those were the finished objects I had for you. I hope you enjoyed. I know I enjoyed sharing with you, and I guess I will see you guys next time. And until then, I hope you have a wonderful day or night or whatever it is. I hope it's wonderful. Bye!